So recently there was a leak about the Xbox Series S, and Microsoft decided to confirm it. My name is Marshall with GenerationXbox.com. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Xbox Series S. So as I mentioned previously, Microsoft actually confirmed this leak about there being an all-digital console. We had already seen the first leak from Microsoft about this when they released the promo stuff for their controllers, and it said it was for the Xbox Series X and Xbox Series S. And ever since then, there has been speculation about what the Series S is going to be. And today, Microsoft finally just did the full unveiling, let us know the price, and released some hardware specs on it. So going over the specs a little bit here, it's going to be a custom Zen 2 CPU with 8 cores running at 3.8 gigahertz. The graphics card is actually going to be a little bit of a downgrade from the Xbox Series S, coming in at only 4 teraflops at a 1.5 gigahertz rating. This is far less than the 12 teraflops we're going to be getting with the Xbox Series X. The Xbox Series S also has less RAM, coming in at only 10 gigabytes of GDDR6 compared to the Xbox Series X, 16 gigabytes. With the Series S, we are going to be getting an internal SSD hard drive, but it's only going to be 512 gigabytes. With the Series X coming in at 1 terabyte and these games coming out as big as they are, that could potentially pose a problem. But luckily, they're going to have a spot for a 1 terabyte expansion card, maybe more in the future. But if you need some more space and need to hook up an external hard drive, there is going to be a USB 3.2 in this bad boy, so it's going to be able to expand the storage. Taking up the USB port with this could potentially cause problems for people who use fight sticks and third-party controllers or charging devices or anything you hook up to your Xbox in general anyways. So we'll just have to see what the future has to hold for that. And of course, this does not have a disk drive, so you will not be able to play any external games or Blu-rays or anything like that. This is an all-digital system, but they are offering 1440p at 120 frames per second upscaling, which this is a really cool feature that's going to upscale all of your games into 4K, which makes this one of the easiest and affordable ways to get into 4K gaming. And as we all know, the size of this thing is very small compared to the Xbox Series X. This thing can fit inside of it. And the look of it is very strange. It's a very interesting look. With a white body and the vent having that black circle around it, it makes it look like you're about to order some food from it. Or it looks like you're about to plug in a guitar or some kind of instrument and use it for karaoke or for your band. It does look like an external speaker. But we can't complain too much because they've officially announced that this is going to be coming out November 10th of this year for only $299. $300 to get into 4K gaming. That's going to be awesome. So what you're probably asking is, who is this console for? Given its smaller size, having no disk drive, I can see this being a really good idea for students who are living in a dorm and don't have a lot of space. People who travel a lot and don't want to carry around a bunch of discs. Minimalists who just like having a very nice clean setup and don't want to mess with all the hassle, and they just want to play games when they're free time. Anyone who's looking into a cheap option to get into 4K gaming. You're going to have access to all of the games on Game Pass and all games digitally without having to mess with any discs, whether they're working, whether they're not. Game Pass in itself is an amazing deal, but being able to turn on your console and start playing your games immediately is just an amazing feature that is going to be really attractive to a lot of people. Now, like I said, there are some downsides to this console. One of the biggest complaints I have is if this is going to be an all-digital console, 512 gigabytes is not going to get you very far at all. Most of the games coming out are at least over 30 gigabytes. You're only going to be able to store 1 or 2 games on there at a time. If you're getting into anything in terms of like Halo or Grand Theft Auto 5, you can kiss that storage unit goodbye. The other thing that has me curious is the graphics card. The graphics card is significantly lower in specs compared to the Xbox Series X. I'm very curious to how that's going to compare when you're looking at games in true 4K. But at the price point of $299, it's a much cheaper way to get into the next generation of gaming. I feel like this is a great addition into the Xbox family, and I'm very excited to kind of see how it stands up to the Series X when we look at side-by-side comparisons once these consoles release. This console's not going to be for everyone, but we want to hear from you guys. What do you guys think about the Xbox Series S? How do you think it's going to stack up to the competition of what else is coming out later on this year? What do you guys think about the specs? And are you guys going to be picking one up on November 10th? Let us know down in the comments below or reach out to us on social media. All the links are going to be down in the description. And you can also join in on the conversation by going over to GenerationXbox.com and checking out the forums, as well as all the other great Xbox news we got posted over there. If you guys liked the video, hit that thumbs up button and make sure you hit subscribe so you can stay up to date on all the news coming from Generation Xbox. But we want to thank you guys so much for watching. This is Marshall with Generation Xbox signing out. See you next time. Later.